Hi, I'm Collin, and today we'll be looking at Dragon Ball FighterZ with a Z.
Let's hurry up and get this started.
This could be fun.
I'll play with you.
Bring it on.
First off, the aesthetic of the anime is translated perfectly into the game, and it is honestly the closest we will ever feel to being in the show itself. FighterZ is gorgeous, plain and simple. The looks of the characters are downright indistinguishable compared to the anime. The sounds too. Every key blast, point of impact, and all of the dialogue sounded like it came straight from the show. Also worth mentioning is that FighterZ has brought back the 2D aspect, which was a refreshing change of pace from the often laborious 3D free roam-esque mechanics of previous games. Dragon Ball has also introduced a new 3-on-3 mechanic, which often drowns the screen into total chaos, and I wouldn't have anything less with my Dragon Ball. Unlike many Dragon Ball games before it, FighterZ opts for an original story in the story mode. The plot is simple enough. Clones of the main characters are running amok, and a mysterious energy named Waves leave our heroes powerless. Then, a disembodied soul finds its way to Goku, and through that connection, Goku is able to venture out and rescue his friends. Together, they help to find the perpetrators behind the Waves and stop them. The main draw of the story mode is hearing the voice actors have an absolute ball, poking fun at the various inconsistencies throughout the series. It also features such gems as Gotenks making fun of Gohan's alter ego, the Great Saiyan Man, or the several pokes at Yamcha's lack of fighting ability, Nappa's failed attempt to transform into a Super Saiyan, etc. You can tell the cast had a lot of fun with the dialogue. In fact, half the fun was mixing up the teams to see what kind of cutscenes you would get. The story mode operated on some sort of board game mechanic in which you progress through each step fighting clones before the boss battle at the end of each chapter that advances the plot. All of the fights are a cakewalk, which I guess makes some sense since the point is for the player to get used to the combos, but it didn't make it any less boring, though the fights get more challenging in the second and third arc of the story. Again, the banter between the characters poking fun at the series we know and love is by and large the best part, and it's honestly worth playing it just for that. The controls in FighterZ are tighter and more fluid than in any game in the Dragon Ball franchise. Arc system works blended together, accessibility and complexity in seamless fashion. The controls are easy enough for any casual to pick up on immediately, but they also require a level of mastery of chaining combos together that should satisfy any hardcore fan. The combos are the exact same for every character, which sounds like a flaw, except that it at least eliminates any learning curve when switching characters. And despite the controls being the exact same, each character still retains their own distinctive feel. To tell you the truth, my favorite character to play as was Yamcha. Yes, Yamcha. Everything from his claw-based attack to the way he howls when he performs his Wolf-Fang Fist just warms my heart. Yamcha is often a punchy bag of the series, so it makes me happy that his character is finally getting some respect, even if it's just a little. As far as multiplayer goes, the matchmaking system is a bit of a disaster. At this stage, I'm lucky to find a match at all, and even when I do, the fights are bogged down by lag. And it's honestly not even worth playing at the moment. So if you're looking for a challenge against AI opponents, you can try the arcade mode. This mode grades you after every fight on a high, medium, and low scale, and the difficulty of your next fight will be based off the grade from the previous one. The only downside being that the difficulty spikes are often too high when you perform well in the fight, and too low when you struggle. The traditional opening menu is also replaced by an online lobby central hub thing. Here you can enter the story mode, watch replays, set up online matches, buy loot boxes, and many other things. The lobby is initially cute, but I found it to be mostly filler, and I could have done without it. With all that said, I can confidently say that Dragon Ball FighterZ is the Dragon Ball fighting game we have been looking for. No other Dragon Ball game has captured the endearing qualities of the anime to this extent. FighterZ is now the gold standard in this franchise. Everything from the visuals, the gameplay, and especially the audio, the franchise simply has never been this good. This isn't only a great Dragon Ball game, it's also a great fighting game in and of itself. And that's what's most important. Dragon Ball FighterZ gets an 8 out of 10.